Alright, so this is the bonfire at the depths. What I decided to do was I was going to offer my humanity to reverse the hollowing, and then summon a few people to help me out. What I see over here is that I kindled the bonfire so I can have 5 more Estus flasks whenever I rest at this bonfire. My original plan actually was to just take the shortcut and then fight the boss head on, make it as quick as possible. But then I realized that I forgot to take care of that channeler that stays around the boss that you can kill before fighting against the boss actually. Now if you don't take out that channeler, you're going to end up being stuck with a much stronger boss because the channeler will fire spells at you or buff up the boss when he gets close to it. So what I decided to do was I was going to summon these guys to help me out, make this go by a little bit faster so I can continue on with my original plan, and also have a less chance of getting cursed by those basilisks. So yeah, the boss that we're actually about to fight is that gaping dragon. Now the issue with that thing is that he's a really big boss and he has the most health out of any boss that we fought so far. The best thing to go about fighting him is if you're a sorcerer, you'll likely need to also bring pyromancies if you can. So when you save that pyromancer, you can go straight back to the Firelink shrine, and then you can learn pyromancies and maybe train up some a little bit to upgrade your flame and buy whatever strong pyromancies you can get, like combustion or fireball. Another thing that you can do too is you can go back before heading down the shortcut to the undead burg and buying as many firebombs as you can, and that'll do some decent damage as well because sorceries only do so much, and chances are you'll be running out of spell counts before the boss is even done. Pyromancies are probably the best way to go around fighting these guys, but if you have a weapon, there are a few things that you can also look out for, which I'll be telling you guys later when we actually fight against them. So I got 2 helps here, and yeah, they're just gonna follow me around until we take out that necromancer channeler guy. So yeah, you take out this guy with the torch, nothing difficult that we haven't noticed before. Now there's a little hallway here. The best thing to do is just to run all the way across without stopping, because there's some guys on the rooftop that'll fall down once you get below them. But if you run, then you'll just barely miss them. These slimes are heavily resistant to your attacks, well, your melee attacks, but a pyromancy will take care of them almost instantly. However, since I don't have any pyromancies, I have to take them out at range using my 2-handed sword. These guys actually give some useful drops, and they're right beside a bonfire. These guys drop the green titanite shards, which upgrade divine weapons and I believe certain fire weapons as well. So yeah, you head through here and you take out these rats. You'll mostly just be fighting rats here. They're nothing difficult, but you do fight them in large numbers most of the time. Now, I haven't really shown much of summoning, but I'm planning on uploading a few more videos regarding the multiplayer mode of this game. I can't remember for sure what the level difference was. I can put it in the description later. But you'll need a certain level requirement to be summoned by a certain level of people. So your soul level has to be a certain number above and below them in order to be summoned. But the good thing about Dark Souls that people realize as soon as they start playing is that they don't have to have a high level in order to do high damage. Instead, what you can just do is upgrade your weapons the best as you can, so you can be summoned by lower level people but do a lot of damage and be a lot more helpful. So yeah, you'll find the necromancer here. Unfortunately, I was busy fighting the other guy, but yeah, this guy, he's gonna fall down pretty quickly, just like the guy in the first level. So he's nothing difficult to be worried about. Especially if you do the summon, then this guy, he's nothing. The good thing also about the multiplayer mode is that things are a lot easier, and even if you die, you won't lose any of the souls that you gained. And if you win, you'll get a lot of souls, and you'll get humanity as well. So there is no reason to not want to help other people unless you just don't want to, and you'd rather fight other people instead. But you know, everyone plays the game their own way. Yeah, I was a little bit scared fighting this guy because I didn't have any pyromancies. So yeah, there's actually a hole that we find, and yeah, here are those annoying basilisks. What you can see over here is that you can see people turn into stone, and yeah, that's what's going to happen to you as well. So you see that little curse meter that builds up. Once it gets full, you'll get cursed, and then you'll lose about half of your total HP, making the game a lot more difficult. And then also a big problem with that, the abilities actually stack. So if you find yourself getting cursed a second time, then you're going to only have a quarter of your health, and after that you're only going to have an eighth of your health. And then it just keeps on getting lower, and it's really difficult, and you got to cure yourself. So yeah, if you find yourself like a huge cloud being caught around you, then immediately start running back. These guys don't really have any dangerous physical attacks. The only real danger about them is the fact that they do a lot of curse on you, and like you do not want to get into any of that. Yeah, melee weapons work against these guys pretty easily. They don't have any high defense at all. And another thing that you can use against them too is sorceries. Like sorceries, like you can take them out safely without worrying about getting cursed. So yeah, there's several guys here, but once you clear them out, the entire area is really safe. And when you continue along here, actually, you'll be invaded by a Black Phantom NPC. I believe you encounter this Black Phantom Kirk several times in the game. You can I believe you can encounter him several times in the game, and you can get a special armor. Yeah, Knight Kirk. He has that spiky armor that I think it inflicts damage whenever you roll, was it? The thing is though, like, whenever you play multiplayer and you get invaded by a Black Phantom, they're always incredibly easy to fight. Because, like, if they focus on one person, the other person can just go straight for a backstab. And even if you fight them without any help, really, you can just, it's so easy to do by yourself. It'll take a little bit longer, but, man, so easy to fight against. And you'll get plenty of soul and humanity from them as well. So yeah, just continue along this area over here, and then, like, the White Phantoms will have no choice but to follow you. So yeah, here we are back where the shortcut took us. Yeah, then you take out this little rat over here. Yeah, feel free, if you have plenty of people following you, you can be, like, you're allowed to be a little bit more lenient on how tight your timing is. One thing I also forgot to mention is that if you didn't bring any summons help with you, but you're still in human form, you'll find some summon signs around this area, one belonging to Nightlot Trek, and the other one belonging to Solera of Astora. But of course, as we all know, humans are a lot smarter than computer NPCs in this game, so yeah, it's up to you. If you don't want to summon other people, you want to have a guaranteed help, and yeah, like those guys can tank for you. But then if you want to have people just to do damage as fast as possible, it's better to get normal, like regular players. Alright, so here's the boss battle. Now, there's a few attacks that you need to worry about, but the one that you want to look out for is the one where he just starts charging. It's best to keep your distance from this guy. Like, try to find out what's the most amount of space to stay away from this guy at before you can go in for the attack. So yeah, this attack right over here when he's charging, that's probably the one that you want him to do the most, because he'll leave himself wide open to attack. Now, if you cut off this guy's tail, you'll get a dragon weapon. You'll need it to get the trophy. So yeah, the best thing to do is just to keep a good distance from him until he starts doing like that unsafe attack where he charges into the corner. Once he does that, you can start doing some big damage on him, on his legs. So yeah, just wait around for him. If you're with good people that if you summon some good people, then this battle won't take long. However, if you're trying to fight against this guy solo, one thing that you can do, well, one thing you have to look out for actually, is to just look out for the attacks that he starts developing, the lower health he has. One attack that he'll use is that he sends out the sludge that starts to deteriorate your armor. So yeah, that's one attack to look out for. Also, when he goes in that upright position, he'll start attacking with some slamming attacks which do heavy damage, if not killing you outright. And if you cut off the guy's tail, that'll take away his tail whip attack. Yeah, and if you take that attack away from him, then you're pretty good to go. And you're pretty much free to attack him from behind. So yeah, he does the charging attack again, runs into a wall, he won't move for a while, and then you can just finish him off. So you'll get a lot of soul from this guy, and you'll also get the key to go to the next area.